Hey everyone, it's day 17 in the October YouTube Pagan Vlog Challenge, and today's word is witchcraft. Now, if you've been watching my channel and the challenge videos, you'll know that I don't really consider myself a practicer of witchcraft or a witch. However, I believe that I believe witchcraft is person by person based, and what I do not consider witchcraft, other people would consider witchcraft. I make little oils for cleansing rituals and stuff like that, and could be considered witchcraft. And the fairy craft book that I'm going to be doing could be considered, fairy witchcraft. However, I did go ahead and look some of this up. I did some research, and like I said, I've been researching for a while on like paganism and Wicca and stuff like that. And I came across a video from a guy named Dakota. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I like all of his videos. I'm not going to pretend like I'm a huge follower, or that I've even watched more than a couple of his videos. He does a lot with spiritual work. He likes taking psychedelics, which causes a spiritual journey for him, and that makes sense, because even way back, when people were writing, that's what they did, is they took psychedelics and they wrote these deep, dark, depth literary pieces that people revere now. And they took psychedelics, they took drugs to get to that point. So it makes sense that somebody might spiritually use that. Anyways, one of the videos, which I'm going to link in the description, talks about witchcraft. And I liked his take on it. He went to Mexico, and you'll be able to watch the video if you want, but it's kind of long. It's not a short video. But he went to Mexico and he participated in like a witchcraft ritual thing. And I do believe that they used Mexico magic mushrooms. I'm not completely certain. He kind of rambles a little bit, which is okay. I mean, he's totally just putting his thoughts out there, and some of them are really great thoughts, like really in-depth thoughts, especially about witchcraft and how witchcraft is seen, especially from his point of view. I took some notes on it because I went back and looked at it. And let's see. It's more like the viewing of witchcraft. That witchcraft is the ability to change how your reality works, your magic. And I liked this aspect of it. I really do hope that you go watch the video, because I could not even come close to explaining it the way this guy does. And I don't know, I guess just generalizing it is the idea that anytime you put a thought out there, it's witchcraft. Anytime you use the law of attraction, it's witchcraft. Anytime you use prayer, it's witchcraft, because you're manifesting the reality of your life. I get that. And I do believe that the energy you put out there is the energy that's going to come back to you. So I agree with a lot of what's in his video. It's just kind of long. And it takes a minute to process what he's saying, because there's so much of it. And I do believe he took a spiritual journey, and I do believe that we're all going to take our own spiritual journeys in our own ways, and his just happens to be more outside the US based, I guess. I'm not saying he doesn't do anything in the US, because I think I saw a couple videos where he did. But anyways, so I also think that prayer is, well, like, as a Christian, I prayed. I prayed for good fortune, and I prayed for happiness, and I prayed to thank God, and I prayed for all of these different things, which is the same thing I would do in general, in my craft as a pagan. My prayer is my witchcraft, so to speak, and I believe that a lot of witchcraft is a form of prayer. You know, you're asking the elements and God or goddess and other energies to come and bless something, to come and partake in something, and that is a form of prayer, in my opinion. Yeah, and then there was a ton of other stuff that I did look at over the last few months. I mean, you get the normal witchcraft stuff, you know, how to do a spell, witchcraft 101, you know, how to conjure your love, how to make someone do something. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff out there, and I don't believe all of that really works to the extent people think it does. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink. You can cast a spell on somebody all you want to, but unless that person actually wants to do something, it's not going to happen. I do believe you can cut energy to people, that you can encourage people to not do certain things based off your energy and what you put out there. Because, I mean, you look at somebody and you can tell if they're approachable or not, right? So I think that energy-based work exists and is a reality. But as far as like I even came across some videos of somebody talking about being, you know, having witchcraft put on you, you know, via the church and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, you can't really, like, I don't know. I mean, do I think that people try to curse people? Sure. And I don't expect all of you to, you know, believe the same way that I do, but it's my take on witchcraft. So, but I think that you can't make somebody do something. It's not, you just can't make them do it. It won't matter how much you put oils on them, or like my ex-husband. And here it is. So I've done church, done a lot of church, done a lot of praying, done a lot of different stuff that comes with the church, including Bible study, okay? And I married, back when I was younger, a man who wanted to become a pastor. And he is now. He wasn't at the time we were married. But I had 2 kids with him. Beautiful kids. Lovely kids. And at the time, I went with him to religious stuff and prayed with him and explored the Bible with him and stuff like that. And it was a valid experience. It was tremendously helpful in my learning experience and my spirituality and my faith. But after we got divorced, my oldest daughter was in like 3rd grade. Elementary school, okay? And she got in just a tiny bit of trouble at school. It wasn't even anything bad. It wasn't like she got suspended or anything like that. It had something to do with text on a phone. I can't remember the exact nature of it. That's how meaningless it really was. And my ex-husband, I kid you not, he was seeing the kids every single weekend, pretty much, or every other weekend. It was every other weekend at that time. And he had them for 2 days. He performed a casting the devil out ritual on my daughter. I was furious. Absolutely furious. It still infuriates me, because how dare he do something like that? How dare he? And I get his belief system. But a child, she's 3rd grade, she wrote me a letter and told me, "I'm sorry, Mom, the devil made me do it." What? No. I had to fix that. I had to correct that, and it was awful. And that experience for her, I can't even imagine how she feels about it now, or even if she thinks about it, because we don't talk about it. And I don't think she wants to, you know. It was an experience she had that she probably wants to keep to herself, but the idea of casting the devil out of a little tiny girl who didn't even do anything wrong is ridiculous to me. And I think that is where my church going days kind of really faltered. And I don't think the devil makes you do anything. I don't think other people make you do anything, except for, you know, if you've got a gun at your head or something like that. There are ways to literally force people to do something. But the reality of it is that I think witchcraft is spiritually based, not the kind of stuff that people are talking about in the sense of curses and hexes and those kind of things. I think it's prayer based and energy based and out there to help rather than hinder. And it doesn't matter what you call it, it's still there. So yeah, that's my take on witchcraft. I think I ranted just a tiny bit. Sorry about that. When it comes to my kids, I might rant. I have strong beliefs in other people making people do things, and it bothers me a lot. But otherwise, witchcraft is prayer, and prayer is spiritual, and spiritual is good for the soul. So go you if you're a practitioner of witchcraft, and go you if you're just prayer related, and go you if you're on psychedelic mushrooms and experiencing a spiritual journey. So whatever is your take on it, more power to you, and I hope you find what you're looking for. See you guys tomorrow, and I will link that Dakota guy's YouTube video in the description.